My fam, not every day is a good day, but every day I do look forward to our time together so much. And joining us today is a very special guest. What's your name, young lady?
Mia.
And how old are you? 4. And what did you want to do? You wanted to show us.
No,
What?
I want hold it.
Oh, you want to hold on? Okay, bossy. What else? Look at that. Is that a self-portrait?
Look this one.
Oh, is this a self-portrait?
Yes.
Gorgeous. Excellent work. I love it.
Daddy.
All right, you can go inside now. Keep up the good work. High five.
This is yours.
This is for me.
Yes.
Aww, I love
I
it.
did it.
Thank you. A kiss. Mwah. Okay, my fam. Today we're gonna talk about a lot.
Daddy.
We're gonna talk about some news regarding Madonna that made me very sad. A lot of troubling Aaron Carter updates, yes, even more. But I want to start off with Taylor Swift and her interview with Rolling Stone, which I think is magnificent for so many reasons. First, she was speaking her truth unapologetically, filled with insight and sass. And a lot of people are making a big deal about the whole Kanye West tea that she spilled. But for me, actually, my favorite part of the Taylor Swift interview was when she talked about this perception of her that she's playing the victim. Let me read to you what she said, if I can find it quickly. Okay. Hold on. I can't find it. Anyways, I gotta find it. It's gonna drive me OCD crazy. The gist of it is, she said if she didn't speak out about the things that gave her grievances in life, then that wouldn't be honest. Here we go. I knew it was gonna drive me crazy. All right. Victim. Here we go. And if they say you're playing, this is Taylor, her own words. If they say you're playing the victim, that completely undermines your ability to ever verbalize how you feel unless it's positive. So, okay, should I just smile all the time and never say anything hurts me? Because that's really fake. Or should I be real about how I'm feeling and have valid, legitimate responses to things that happened to me in my life? But wait, would that be playing the victim? She is so articulate and so smart, and to me, so inspiring. And she also is a member of my fam. As I've said before, you don't always agree with Fram, but Fram is forever, and my love for Taylor Swift is forever. My love for her as a musician, as a performer, and as a human being. And I love that she is just talking about real things and talking, as opposed to the Reputation era where she did none. I love seeing Taylor, unlike Beyonce, who does no interviews by choice, trying to have this mystique, but it makes me not like Beyonce as much. I love seeing Taylor as a real human being, and I don't need her to talk about Joe Alwyn. I don't even care about that relationship that much. I'm happy she's happy, but I'm not invested in them as a couple. Probably her own doing, smartly, because she's never spoken about them. But I want to hear her talk about this and that and the other, about real things, about how she felt being betrayed by Scott Borchetta, the former head of her label, whom she thought he viewed her as a daughter, but instead she said he viewed her as a cash cow. It was awesome. And it's so smart and great of Taylor to be doing promo and not having lumped it all week one and release week. She is extending the album cycle and the publicity for Lover, and it makes me happy. It makes me happy. She makes me happy. You make me happy. Who's gonna join me at Loverfest West? It still doesn't make me happy that it's at a stadium, but it is what it is. Okay. As some of you may have heard, Nick Carter got a restraining order against his brother Aaron Carter over some damning things that he said. And that's how I'll phrase it on the YouTube. A judge would not grant somebody a restraining order unless they had credible information that that person did say something. Well, now we have more details on exactly what happened. In August, last month, Aaron Carter spoke to his sister and came out to her with his mental health illnesses, which we all heard when he recently appeared on The Doctors. And the sister asked if he had ever heard voices. And he confessed that he had heard voices telling him to do bad things to babies and to do bad things to Nick Carter's wife. And not only did Aaron Carter's own sister hear this, but Aaron Carter's girlfriend at the time also heard this in the phone call. So of course, Aaron Carter's sister told Nick Carter. Nick and the sister both got a restraining order against Aaron Carter. It is possible that they felt compelled or the need to take this drastic action because maybe they're preparing for a conservatorship and or just want to lay the groundwork for having his bang bang removed. Bang bang. Which I don't think he should be owning. For his part, Aaron Carter denies all of this and claims that his brother is just seeking revenge on him because Aaron Carter, as I spoke about on my podcast, went live on Instagram with Nick Carter accuser Melissa Schumann of the girl group Dream. Yeah, I'm going to believe three people over one. I believe Nick Carter, I believe Nick Carter's sister, and I believe Aaron Carter's ex-girlfriend. And if any of you have been paying attention to Aaron Carter's social media since all of this went down, a mess, a train wreck. My life is far from perfect, but I'm thankful that while there's a lot of stress and drama that I'm going through right now, it's ordinary stress and drama. It's dealing with work issues, dealing with family and parenting issues. I'm not fighting my own brain, thankfully. I'm overwhelmed, but I'm not Aaron Carter, and I'm thankful for that. I am also so thankful for the members of my fam that continue to show me such kindness by super chatting me. I appreciate you, Fiona Judd Cooper. I appreciate you, Christina Pace. I thank you, Kirsten Flood. I celebrate you, Deborah B. I give you the biggest hug, Lacey Ann 88. And I am indebted to you, Sarah A. All of you are so beautiful. Thank you for hitting that dollar icon. during my most recent chat with you all and helping to support the videos and the content that I make on here and support my family. I love you. Okay. It's important. I think if you enjoy somebody's content, it's important to do that because YouTube is being very all of that. I don't even like saying it. I've heard, I think it was Fiona who told me actually, that a lot of mukbangers are getting demonetized because allegedly, if you're eating unhealthy things and a lot of it, YouTube is viewing that as promoting unhealthy behavior. Seriously? 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 That's just ridiculous. That's so disheartening. There's nothing. I bet you a lot of thin people love watching mukbang channels. I do. And I enjoy making them too. You know, I look at it like, wow, I don't want to eat all of those things right now, but I'm enjoying watching that person enjoy it. I enjoy, like, if you should see, I wish I could take my phone and show you my phone. I just had a smile on my face. I wish you could all see my explore page on Instagram. It is 3 things. It's photos of food, photos of hot dudes, and photos of Madonna. And I'll talk about Madonna in a second. I'm disappointed and sad, but I'll get to that. It's just, you know, like I said, this channel that you're watching on continues to suffer, and I don't think the content is any less good than it was a month ago, 2 months ago. I think YouTube's made some changes to the algorithm or is punishing me and punishing other creators. And you know what? They may do the same on my family channel too. YouTube owes me nothing. And if they do that, I'd almost feel relieved because then the pressure would be off to be like, oh, I've got to do daily content. I'd be like, all right, you're going to treat me that way, YouTube. Peace. I mean, I probably wouldn't quit, but I would post a lot less. If you are a mukbanger or know a mukbanger that has experienced this issue recently, let me know in the live chat or the comment section down below. All right, an update. I just touched that. Okay. I'm gonna wash my hands extra good when I get back in. I mentioned that Saved by the Bell reboot is in the works on NBC's upcoming or new streaming platform with Elizabeth Berkley and Mario Lopez. Well, Zach himself, Mark Paul Gosselaar, says they never even approached him about starring in it. I'm so speechless today, repeatedly. So much of this doesn't make sense, although it makes sense to him. He claims the reason for this is that he is the star of the new ABC sitcom Mixed-ish, a prequel to Blackish. But what if that show flops? What if that show doesn't get renewed for a second season? And even if it does, who says that he can't be on more than one? Wasn't Johnny Galecki on The Big Bang Theory and the reboot of Roseanne? Those were 2 different networks. It just still feels so wrong to me that Zach was Saved by the Bell way more than AC Slater or Jesse Spano. Psst. All right. From that to some more TV related news and this mess, this drama. Do any of you guys watch or used to watch Flipping Out? I've never seen it, so I don't have a negative opinion on him. I don't really have an opinion on Jeff Lewis. I don't know much about him. And it's so fascinating because it's important, if you want to be informed about something, to not just read what happened, but if something has audio or video and you really want to have an accurate assessment and opinion of what went down, you need to watch or listen to the video. Because when I first read about what happened to Jeff Lewis from Flipping Out and his daughter, I felt one way. Then, after hearing the audio, I felt a completely other way. Let me explain what happened. His daughter, who is 3 years old, got kicked out of this Montessori preschool here in Los Angeles because on his radio show, he was talking smack, not just about the school, but about the school, the teachers, other parents at the school. I've only ever said positive things about my son and his schooling. And of course, I've never mentioned the school or I've never mentioned parents. This guy, Jeff Lewis, even read emails from the mothers and mentioned their first names. And he was making this big to-do about, well, nobody knows who they are. Yeah, but the people in that community, the fellow parents, know who they are. And they, I'm sure, all circulated clips of your show, your Sirius XM show. And the worst part is when he was talking about everything that went down and getting the call from the principal, he explained, oh, I have to pretend. He said he was acting when he got on the phone with the headmistress or whatever he called her and pretended to be contrite. And blah, 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 blah. And just even the way that he was talking about it and not showing any remorse, any accountability, regret. Just, if I worked in admissions at one of the other private schools, I would not accept this guy. And that's okay. He can send his daughter to public school, but just hearing him say, oh, they showed us a video of the kids washing dishes. My daughter's never going to wash dishes. My kids are going to wash dishes. Heck, I should actually start having them wash dishes now. They do help around in other ways. Like my son helps feed Teddy now. That's a new thing that he's started to do. And that's really, it shows him hard work or just responsibility. And there's nothing low or bad or wrong with washing dishes. I feel bad for his daughter, especially because I relate to this guy. I am a gay father. I'm a single father, and I feel I'm misunderstood a lot. And I know that my kids have been or will be or are discriminated against because of who I am and what I do. This, not that I would do any of this, but it's just a good reminder, and to see what he did, and not just what he did, but how he handled it. And then asking, we should get a second, she should get a second chance, blah, blah, blah. It's not she, it was you. She should get a second chance, yes, but she didn't do anything wrong. You did. And honestly, he probably sucked in his apology. He said he groveled for like 12 or 13 minutes. He probably didn't grovel enough. He just... All right, on to lighter news. The new Bachelor was announced. If you missed that, Peter Weber is going to be the new Bachelor. And a lot of people are upset with that. I don't know anything about this guy, but I think he's very bland. Rachel Lindsay, who was the Bachelorette and happens to be black. I think perhaps she's maybe the only ever black Bachelorette, or don't I'm not sure. There might have been another black bachelorette, but if there was more than one, I don't think there was more than two. In 20 plus cycles, 24 cycles of The Bachelor, they've only ever chosen Caucasian men. She brings a solid point. She says, I think Peter seems like a very nice guy. He seems lovely. This is absolutely nothing against him, but how many Peters have we seen before? What season are we on? 24? So we've seen 24 Peters. I'm bored. And it's nothing personal against him. And then she was talking about the guy that's dating Demi Lovato now, Mike Johnson, who is black. And she wanted to see him, and she was lobbying for him, and that didn't happen. That's a disappointment. Maybe it didn't happen because he's dating. No, I doubt it. If he knew he was going to be the Bachelor, there's no way he would have dated Demi. Simple as that. But I totally agree. And all right, and wrapping up our TV news until we get, and then we'll get to Madonna. Do you guys remember Angelina from Jersey Shore? Well, if you don't know what she's been up to the last few years, she joined the fire department of New York as a first responder. How awesome of her. However, things have not gone great. She alleges that several, I don't know if it might have just been her supervisor, but more than one person is named in the suit. Let me just be accurate here, because I like being accurate. Yeah, several, plural. Several members of New York City's fire department were very inappropriate towards her. She's trying to do good for the community, and then these bros... Well, she has filed a lawsuit, and hopefully whatever justice is served. All right, I mentioned Madonna. Madonna kicked off her Madam X tour this week, and opening night was a bit of a mess in terms of there were long lines to get into the venue in New York City. And actually the first date or two, I think the first date was pushed back. Then she didn't go on till very late, after 10:30. Well, last night was the second show, and before the show started at what time was it, my friend said? At 5 p.m. maybe Eastern, or 4 p.m. Eastern, I don't know. Sometime in the afternoon yesterday, Ticketmaster emailed all ticket holders for Madonna's New York City show, letting them know hours ahead of time that she would not be going on stage before 10 p.m. While that's nice, come on. There is an expectation that a concert that's 2+ hours long is not going to start at 10 p.m. on a Wednesday when an older audience has work and taking their kids to school the next day or whatever it may be. I love Madonna, but she's been pulling these things, these not so great way of treating concert goers for a while now. Hopefully they can fix this and she can go on at a reasonable time. 9, 8:30, heck, even 9:30. But it just feels too late to start at 10 or 10:30 or even later. We old now, Madonna. All right, in more music news, get ready, Whitney Houston lovers. Next year, Whitney Houston is going on tour in hologram form. It promises to capture the late singer's magic, charisma, and emotion. I would go to that if it wasn't just a hologram. If they have live dancers and production, and if it was a big spectacle, I would go. Or if it was a hologram in a small venue. But I'm down. And I would love to just hear those songs again in a show. Or maybe just do the Whitney Houston musical. But that's a bummer of a musical. But still, you have all the music. I don't know. I'm down for the Whitney hologram tour. And finally, I'm going to end things with some really wacky news. Oh my gosh. Tom DeLange posted a while back videos of allegedly UFOs, alien aircraft. And the Navy has confirmed that they cannot identify what these objects were in the videos. So now everybody's saying that these were alien aircraft. Wouldn't that be wild? I mean, there has to be life out there, right? There has to be. That's the only scientific conclusion that I could think of, you know? Just how this planet started and we came to be here. Similar things must have happened in different ways on different planets, and different beings found ways to create life there and look the way that they do and be. It must be. I'm a believer in life out there. I don't know what they look like or what they are or what it is, but I love this. I love this so much. And I love you. Thank you for our time together, always. If you enjoyed this video, oops, please wait. I forgot, but I didn't. N. Galvis, cheers to you. Tanya Beth did not super chat me, but I just see her every day and I appreciate her so much. Roxanne did super chat me. Roxanne. And so did Loretta Contreras, and I appreciate you. Stafford Cheryl from the UK did not super chat me, and I appreciate her so much. So many of my viewers, I look at the stats, so many of my viewers come from the UK. Maybe a lot of you watched me on Celebrity Big Brother and reconnected with me on YouTube, or have been following me the whole time. I appreciate my Brits. I pray to God that some work opportunity takes me to the UK or Ireland or Australia or Canada or wherever, really. But I love the UK. I would love to work there again. I've tried, I got into that story on my podcast about how I reached out to the I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here casting director 3 years in a row. And they've rejected me 3 years in a row. I think I would slay in the jungle. Hello, I've got the jungle attire on now and everything, but I don't know. I would love to do Strictly Come Dancing. I've never reached out to them because I don't have a contact there, but there's so many reality shows. Oh, here's some scoop, some tea. I don't mind spilling it now because I don't think it's going to happen. I was supposed to do Celebs Go Dating, and then something happened. They rescinded the offer, which is a major bummer because I would have loved to have done Celebs Go Dating. I think that would have been perfect. I could have met a man and worked in London, which I want to, and hopefully have people see me for me and get to know who I really am. That's why I do love making these videos, and I hope that people can watch them or just fall into them, even if it's an old video talking about something that may not be timely, because I do try to sprinkle and pepper my life and other things in these videos to make them as evergreen as I can. I feel like you get to know me And that's why you're fam. And that's why I appreciate you so much. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and leave a comment. That helps with engagement. It would be so appreciated. Also, make sure that you're following me here and my family personal channel, and you've got your notifications turned on so that we can super chat and live chat every day. Make sure you get a personalized video greeting from me if you feel so inclined. I make personalized video greetings. I burped. On starsona.com/Perez Hilton. Follow me and the website across social media, Perez Hilton and The Perez Hilton. Sign up for my newsletter at PerezNewsletter.com. And of course, read PerezHilton.com daily. I love you. God bless you. Hearts for you. I'll see you guys tomorrow.